guys, and welcome back to my channel. So one of the most important realizations I've made while traveling is that your opinion of a country actually has very little to do with the country itself. This sounds strange and counterintuitive, but hear me out, because the point I want to make is that having a favorite country is completely subjective. Whether or not you enjoy the time you spend in a certain place has to do with the circumstances you were in, like how long you were there for, or what you had the opportunity to do. Or it's based on coincidences, like who you happen to meet along the way. That's why my favorite countries could be your least favorite, and vice versa. So overall, I definitely do not have a favorite country. But in this video, I'm going to tell you about 5 very different countries that surprised me the most after traveling to them all. Country number 1, Pakistan. I love going to places that contradict everything that I've been told to believe about them. I honestly felt very intimidated about visiting Pakistan until the moment my passport was stamped into the country, and I found not only new tastes and sights, but also a renewed sense of appreciation for the kindness of people in faraway places. I was absolutely blown away by everything from the people to the vast landscapes. All in all, Pakistan turned out to be one of the most surprising adventures of my life. Going to a country that's been so badly portrayed in the media and in contrast having such fulfilling experiences was one of the most empowering opportunities I've had as a female traveler. Country number 2, Venezuela. For anyone that's heard the stigma that Venezuela is too scary to travel through, that was not my experience at all. I was blown away by how much beauty there is throughout the country. Planning the trip certainly took much more effort than other places, but the best things in life aren't always the easiest. In the end, I was rewarded with the remarkable journey to Angel Falls in Canaima National Park. I'll never forget that feeling of pure discovery and adventure when we made the trek to the base of the tallest waterfall in the world. And the best part was that we had the entire place to ourselves. We didn't even encounter any other travelers throughout our entire trip. Country number 3, Turkmenistan. I have an affinity for the most bizarre, off-the-beaten-path destinations. When I mention traveling to Turkmenistan, people give me this blank, confused stare and then ask, what is it? A place? A city? What? Considered the North Korea of Central Asia, Turkmenistan is ruled by its president for life and has the 6th largest natural gas reserves in the world, which is the explanation to the very apparent wealth throughout the capital city, Ashgabat. This place is quite strange. This is not what I was expecting at all. The city even holds a few Guinness World Records for the most white marble buildings and the world's largest indoor Ferris wheel. All of this has made Ashgabat by far one of the strangest cities in the world, although the very few locals I encountered while traveling throughout Turkmenistan were very excited to share their unique culture and cuisines with us. I cannot forget to mention that in the desert, there is also a huge open pit of flames aptly named the Door to Hell, or Darvaza Crater, which is such a fitting and beautiful addition to an otherwise mysterious landscape. Country number 4, Egypt. In my experience, there's nowhere else in the world that has a more well-preserved history than Egypt. This is one of the countries I've spent the most time in, and I can never get enough of this place because every time I'm there, I learn something new. Ancient Egypt has fascinated me since I was a little kid, and being able to visit places like Abu Simbel, the Valley of the Kings, and getting to look into the faces of real mummies in the Cairo Museum is like stepping through time and into the past. It also makes me feel a little like I'm in an Indiana Jones movie. So right now, we're climbing into the base of a 3,000-year-old Visiting the Great Pyramids of Giza is essential, but my favorite pyramids are located only a little further outside of Cairo, and chances are you'll have them all to yourself. Last but not least, country number 5 is Iceland. Iceland is by far the most touristy place on this list, but it's touristy for very good reasons. Exploring the outdoors is one of the most empowering adventures a human can embark on, and there's no better place to challenge yourself than Iceland, also known as the Isle of Fire and Ice. Throughout the landscape, you'll find everything from active volcanoes and hot springs to frigid glacial lagoons and vast snowy peaks. Iceland is an ideal destination for travelers looking to immerse themselves in total isolation. All you need to see the country is a driver's license and a craving for independence. Iceland is by far one of the most diverse terrains on Earth and the closest I've ever felt to being on a different planet. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hit subscribe and let me know about your favorite countries in the comments, and I will catch you next week.